Start it up.
5, 4, 3, 2. What's good, everybody? We are back again, taking shots again to talk about some good old NFL football.
What up, chat?
I am Rip 16, the GOAT.
I'm Ty the Fly, Jet. Hurt.
And we are the Mighty No Hedge Podcast duo, and we are back again for a week, whopping 15 of the NFL season.
We're almost done, bro.
Almost done with the regular season. It's coming down to the end, and some people been kicked out, and some people been taking what is theirs and stepping into some playoff spots, but they still aren't safe. So we still got a lot to talk about. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, man. Stay tuned, stay tapped in with us. We're gonna have some fun today. You know, we're gonna mix it up a little bit today, but we're gonna have some fun. Anything you want to tell the people before we dive into it?
Nah, man, let's just go. Let's run it.
Well, let's start this show off with a wonderful segment. A segment that we like to call Takeaways.
Hey.
What do we got? Yeah, man. So we starting this show off with takeaways, you know, as we normally like to do. But I wanted to introduce a new sub-segment of takeaways, if you will. And it's a little segment I want to call I Told You So. You know why? You know why it's called that?
I mean,
I think it's pretty self-explanatory why it's called that.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I told you so. I told you. I told you. I told you.
What'd you tell us?
You said that the Chargers was pretenders and they was going to lose to the Eagles and they was going to lose their spot to the Chiefs.
I did say that.
Told you. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, I did say that.
I told you the Chiefs were overly cooked. They've been cooked. They've been about cooked for a month. A straight month of cookings, okay, if you will. Ironically, coming off of Thanksgiving. They was done before the bird. But they got cooked. They lost to Houston, as I predicted.
I wasn't shocked. Let's say that. Because I said that the Houston defense, like I said, that Houston defense is going to give problems, and that's what they did.
The Houston defense gives problems, but more so the Chiefs' offense and everything is a problem in itself.
Yeah, they're broken. They
are. Somebody said the Travis Kelce interception at the end of the game where he tipped the ball and fell behind his back and got intercepted is a microcosm of the Chiefs season.
No, the microcosm of the Chiefs season is them missing that field goal, hitting the goalpost.
I mean, stuff like that.
All of it. You drop passes on third down.
You're doinking field goals, drop passes on third down. Rasheed Rice is open, missing a pass. Kelce tipping the ball.
Going forward in your own territory on 4th and 1, not converting.
It's just all around bad. It's cooked, and I still don't understand why.
When it rains, it pours.
People are making them the favorite.
Yeah.
In this, like I said it last week. It's not their time this year.
They done.
They cooked this season. That's it.
Yeah.
Now I said the Chargers was gonna beat the Eagles. Also, I told you so. Something is wrong with the Eagles.
It's the same thing that's wrong with the Chiefs.
And the Ravens
they like
and
the
the
same,
Lions.
They like the same team.
It's a Spider-Man meme between the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Lions,
and the Eagles.
And the Eagles. It is a Spider-Man meme going on right now. The only difference is the Lions are still in a position to make the playoffs, and the Ravens are still have a shot at making the playoffs. And the Eagles won enough games at the beginning of the season where it looks like, well, they'll still be in the playoffs. Now, how well
but if they
perform,
don't figure it out, they're going to be in jeopardy.
They're going to be in jeopardy of getting their ass put out.
But they got easy schedule for this season. They have Washington twice.
Yeah.
The Raiders, and then they got the Bills in there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Bills is
the hardest game they got left for sure.
Yeah, and they play in Buffalo.
Yeah, that's tough.
So they can go 3-1. But, you know, if they go 2-2 and Dallas wins out, then there's some conversations to be had about who's in the playoffs and who's not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I know people been talking about the Chargers and they just like, well, I think they frauds, legit. I'm like, okay, The Chargers' offensive line is still clearly banged up.
Oh, it's terrible.
Clearly banged up because you gave up
Justin
7
Herbert
sacks.
is getting hit a lot.
Yes, he was.
Every week.
Every week he's getting hit a lot.
Yeah.
My boy was out there running with one hand. He was a real warrior.
Yeah.
All right, he falling down with that one.
Yeah.
Doing the robot falling down.
Every time.
He's a warrior because his hand is still clearly hurting.
Yeah, it's just stuck, stiff.
It's just stiff. He not even cuffing the ball when he run. He not even handing off with that joint. He had that joint off with his right hand.
Yeah.
I give Justin Herbert a lot of credit for fighting through that.
Yeah, he thought
because
it out.
he ran like he was trying to get away from a monster. He was running like he was trying to get away from a Demogorgon on Stranger Things. This man was on the move all night. And he still made some plays, still made some catches.
7 times.
Even after he was getting sacked, he kept on getting right back up and kept pushing it, and they pulled it out in the end. And the defense was, phenomenal. 4 picks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like Jalen Hurts had 5 turnovers. It's
And a fumble and 4 picks. That's just unacceptable. Like you
can't win no football games doing that.
You can't win the game doing that. No. You survive off of getting sacked 7 times. You barely survive off of that.
But then they were still able to manage to get into overtime.
Yeah.
And they had an opportunity inside the 20.
The Eagles defense gave them a shot.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All those sacks, all that pressure that was putting on Herbert, forcing him out the pocket to run, they really weren't generating much off of the pass. They really had a lot of good coverage. They act like, Cooper DeJean looked like primetime Deion Sanders.
Oh, he was locking up.
But
Blankenship coming up, making hits.
So it was a lot of guys who made some great plays on defense. I give the Eagles defense a lot of credit, but 5 turnovers on offense, 4 interceptions. One of those picks wasn't his fault. That was an AJ Brown fault. But
that's to bring what's in question, because it's like AJ Brown dropped some passes.
Yeah, he did.
He tipped
he had a monster game too, though.
You know what I'm saying?
But he had some key turnovers too.
What they messed up is I felt like Saquon was going to have a bigger game than he had if they would have fed him the ball more. Because he broke off that, 60-yard touchdown?
It was like 50,
60-yard touchdown.
It was 50. You saw flashes of Saquon, but it was just flashes.
Yeah, but they had opportunity if they would have just stuck to the run game. I just felt like they was trying to force things. I don't know, try to force an image.
I felt like, in fairness, though, the Chargers defense did a decent job against the run most of the game.
Yeah.
But when they did that fake tush push into the run with Saquon and he got 50, that was just a great play call at the right time, because everybody was expecting a tush push. So when he ran and did that sweep on the outside and took off, it was like, that was just a great play design at the perfect time. So that was a great calling by Sirianni and his guys. But the majority of the game, they did a decent job at containing the runs. Because if you take away that, I'm pretty sure Saquon's average on the run was not super insane.
Before that.
Before that.
Yeah.
So, that was some of my takeaways.
Is the problem Jalen Hurts or what? What's the issue?
I choose to believe that Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than that.
I agree.
I choose to believe that he is a better quarterback.
But that's not what we're seeing, though.
However, I don't know if him and Lamar Jackson got some secret injuries or something that they hide in and something is wrong, but they're not playing to their normal level. And I just choose to believe he's better. I don't know if he's holding it because they're not getting open.
I feel like there's open guys, but he's just not throwing it to him.
Or he's not seeing him.
Not seeing it.
Is his contacts messed up? I don't know what's going on.
It's like he's not going through his reads the right way. Like, it's drop back. 1, 2, all right, that's not there, check down. I don't see that. Like you see with other quarterbacks with the drop back, look, all right, check down.
I don't know if he's scared to throw a pick, or what, and then he ends up doing what he's scared to do. I don't know what it is right now. It's very odd and peculiar because I've seen him play way better than this 1,000 times. So I choose to believe that there's a secret injury going on.
I don't know. I think for them, their recipe to success always has been him throwing for less than 25 times a game, and they end up winning the game. But that also has to do with them being able to run the football more, which they haven't been able to do. Right. their defense has been playing well. Like, their defense literally gave them chances to win the game, and their offense just let them down. And specifically Jalen Hurts. But just making that decision to throw the ball on first and 10 inside the 20 in overtime, it's like, why would you do that? Like, run the ball.
Run. It's overtime.
It's overtime. You have an opportunity.
You
have an opportunity to punch it in and score a touchdown and win the game. But, you know.
Yeah, man. But what you
cry, Eagles cry.
Got him.
What you guys take away?
Got him.
Yeah, so one of my takeaways, I put up the offenses versus the defenses. And you know, want to be Mr. Dave Chappelle here.
So, football game.
Yeah, but what I mean by that is the defenses in the playoffs, with all these playoffs teams, are outplaying the offenses.
Okay, philosophical tie.
Yeah, they are outplaying them. Like, even on the NFC side and the AFC side, the majority of the defenses are the conversation versus how well these offenses are playing.
So you feel like the defenses are outshining the offenses right now.
Absolutely.
And that is going to be a factor in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. Look on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, New England hasn't played, but they have a pretty solid defense. It's not like the Houston defense, which is number one in everything,
right.
But they have a good defense. The Rams had a good defense. Seattle has a good defense. Houston has a good defense. Jacksonville has a good defense. Like, all these teams, Denver has a good defense, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
defense wins championships.
Like, these defenses, it's like the league has shifted a little bit. Like, because previously it was air it out. But now it's like, high flying offense.
The defenses got tired of hearing y'all air it out.
Yeah, so
like
now these
snatching
defenses
out
are
the
like,
sky.
you know what? We about to stop all that. Let's shut this thing on down. So it's like, for me, what I seen this past week and like now going into the playoffs is like these defenses are kind of, holding it down. Like Philadelphia, like everybody. They're making plays.
No, I can definitely see that. I think the defenses have stepped up tremendously because it was just so offensive. It was just like disrespect to the defense almost. It was almost like they weren't on the team or something.
Yeah.
But I think it is a very key and important part because now we're seeing like some of these fan favorite teams or some of your fan favorite players not coming out here having these tremendous games because they're going against one of those top defenses like a Houston or a Denver or even Jacksonville or Seattle. Like you get some of these teams,
Chargers, good defense. Yeah.
You get some of these teams who make a name off of the defense. And I think that's definitely a key factor in the playoffs because as we've seen, it's been games where offense has struggled, but because the defense has played so good, they was able to get key turnovers, takeaways, put them in scoring position, at least get a field goal, different things like that.
Yeah, because it's like been a lot of lackluster performance in the quarterback department.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Across the board, outside of Matt Stafford and Drake May, and Sam Darnold here and there occasionally.
Yeah.
But for the majority of them, like your favorite quarterbacks, with Josh Allen, he's so up and down. You never know with him. But for the majority of the quarterbacks in the playoffs right now, they have a strong defense behind them that helps them, in those scenarios or situations where they're not playing as great. So I think the defenses are going to be the story of this playoff run for any of the teams that's in there now.
No, that makes sense for sure. But transitioning into another wonderful segment, we talked a lot about people who are contenders, pretenders, people who've been on the up, people who've been on the down slope, who you're putting your stock in, where you're divesting and taking your stock out. Let's hop into a wonderful segment that we like to call Besides the Eagles. E-G-L-E-S, Eagles. The Eagles. So, now that we've seen so much after 14 weeks of the NFL season, it's a lot of teams have fell by the wayside. It's some teams that are eliminated out of playoff contention completely. But there's a couple people that stepped into some playoff spots, and I think they might be legit. And one team that I want to talk about is a team that just took themselves a playoff spot. H-Town, what it do? The Houston Texans are officially a number 7 seed and have surpassed the Colts to get into the playoff picture.
Mm-hmm.
Now they ain't safe because they 8-5, and the thing about being 8-5 is you're right there on the line.
There's a lot of work to be done,
and it's a gang of teams that's 9-4, so they could easily go up or they could easily go down. But
they're the hottest team in football right now.
they're the hottest team in football right now. They are
At the right time.
And that was my key point. You get hot at the end of the season, usually bodes well for a lot of teams because of the simple fact of you are in rhythm going into the playoffs. So how do you feel about Houston's chances as a contender in the playoffs?
I mean, with that defense, they got a shot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best defense in the league. Points per game, turnover, all of it. Yards per game, all of that stuff. So, like, the defensive backs have multiple turnovers, like all of them.
Yeah.
Like multiple picks on the season. Like when they throw the ball up, if it's a tip or overthrow,
They taking it.
That motherfucker getting picked off.
They taking it. They taking it.
So
don't let it sit there.
The turnovers that they're able to generate help them because offensively they haven't been like electric or like jaw dropping.
Yeah.
Like CJ, he's made some plays, etc. The run game has been okay, but it hasn't been like rookie year CJ.
Yeah.
Obviously they've had some injuries with the wide receiver room, but they still have some talent on the wide receiver side that they can throw the ball to. It's just it hasn't like clicked and meshed. We've seen stretches where they kind of stall out,
Right.
But that defense gives them additional opportunities and additional possessions to make something happen. So I think with that defense, they got a shot to win the Super Bowl. It's just a matter of who they match up against and how consistent they can be going into the playoffs and obviously health.
No, for sure. And that you just made me think about it. When they went to the playoffs a couple of years ago, who was the other wide receiver they had?
Tank Dell.
Okay. I was like, where they missing a wide receiver?
Yeah, he hurt. Yep.
But yeah, I think offensively, like you said, they haven't been jaw dropping, haven't been anything amazing. But you still have some reliable hands with Nico and Dalton Schultz and Woody Marks is one of those versatile backs that can catch and run. Of course, Nick Chubb's production hadn't been super high since he came
Hutchinson's
back
been playing okay,
but Hutchinson,
he's like that number 2.
Yeah, I mean, so you have some decent players that you can use, and Nico is your guy. But like you said, the defense, all those defensive backs just generate so much pressure on the quarterback. The quarterback doesn't have as much time for the play to develop, and I think that has put them in good field positions. That has, and Fairbairn, he's been a solid kicker. So I think they definitely got a lot of things flowing and going for them right now that makes them a legit contender, and which is why I'm looking at them as kind of being scary in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Against one of those top teams that's been cooking. Like if they got to go wild card round and they got to go against Jaguars or they got to go against a Patriots or Steelers, hell, even the Broncos or the Chargers. I mean, it's not really anybody above them that they can't necessarily just beat. And I think that's the part that's kind of scary about that team. It's just the fact that nobody above them is unbeatable.
Well, I feel like that's the same for the AFC in general. Okay. I feel like everybody in the AFC can be beat by each other. It's like there's no like bona fide number one. Now, I would say like the Bills, they have probably the best quarterback out of everybody, you can say. Historically,
you could argue that Drake May has been better than Josh Allen.
Yeah, this season, for sure. That's up for debate, and we'll see what that's going to look like this week.
I would actually, we would. I would actually love to phone a friend. Now that you said that, I don't know if he's going to answer. But the Bills have an important matchup coming up, and we're going to talk about that in just a second too. But I really need to see if somebody's going to answer. I don't know who he is. Okay. Well, it's all right. But now that we talking about that and you bringing that up, actually, that's probably a good segue to go into another wonderful segment that we have. A lot has transpired over the past couple weeks, but I think this week coming up, it's important for us to dive into that and start talking about it. So let's go ahead and dive into MustSeeTV.
Man, these folk got their hittish, no cap.
We got some key important matchups coming up in Week 15. Diving into Week 15 of the NFL season, there are some very important and key matchups coming up. And one of those is a matchup that you just mentioned, is Buffalo versus New England. So, as it currently sits, both of these teams are in the playoff spots.
Yep.
Buffalo sits at number 6, and the Patriots sit at number 2. What are you expecting from this game?
I'm expecting a close game. Honestly, I expect a close game. I think Buffalo's main weakness, and we've been seeing it all year, is the run game, defending the run. But their strength has been Josh Allen becoming Superman and putting the whole offense on his back. So, with the Patriots already beaten them once this year. So they have the one up. This is kind of like a get back game for Buffalo. But the thing is, the Patriots coming off a bye week, they had an extra week to rest, to recover, to kind of figure out how they're going to play this Buffalo team. The Patriots got a pretty decent defense. They're very disciplined, and I think Drake May has been outplaying Josh Allen this year. So all signs are pointing to the Patriots to win this game.
What the Buffalo Bills are the favorite -1. It's a pick 'em.
But all signs are pointing to the Patriots to win this game.
Listen, I don't disagree. But I do find it interesting. Now, I will say that neither team needs this win in terms of their playoff spot. Regardless of win or loss, they're still pretty solidified and locked into their playoff spots.
The division is still up for grabs, though.
But the division is still up for grabs, so the seeding and whatnot is the reason why it matters. This doesn't necessarily matter for a playoff spot, but it does matter for seeding in the division. So I do think it will be a tightly and closely contested game for the reasons that you just mentioned. But also, I'm curious to see if Drake May will want to just snatch it, and just say, all right, well, this is my division now. Right. Josh Allen been running rampant in this division for some years, and I'm curious to know if Drake May, have some dog and be like, yeah, you did your thing, but it's my division now. Right. And this is a perfect game to kind of prove that, because if you do this, all signs kind of indicate that you probably end up winning the division.
Oh, for sure.
So very interesting game. Should be highly competitive. Should be very good to watch. I do look forward to watching this game personally myself at 1 p.m. on December 14th. Another game on the list, which I find very interesting. We got 3, but it's the one that I find very interesting is Detroit versus the Los Angeles Rams. The reason why this game is so interesting is because Detroit is still fighting for that playoff spot.
Fighting for their life.
They're fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this shit. But Detroit managed to pull off that win against the Dallas Cowboys with some very suspicious injury reports about Amon-Ra St. Brown. But nonetheless, he showed up. They won the game. Yep. And they still fighting. Now, this is a tough opponent because the Rams are not going to be an easy out, especially seeing as how the Los Angeles Rams are at home. And so far, they're going to be real comfortable. What you thinking about this matchup?
I think it's going to be a slugfest. I think Detroit is desperate. They control essentially. They kind of need help, right? So they have to win. They got to handle their business, but they have to hope that, the Bears or really the Bears keep going on this losing streak, because the Bears just lost to Green Bay. So Green Bay right now is in the driver's seat in that division. So Detroit needs to stack up as many wins as possible. So with them winning against Dallas and kind of shutting down Dallas's quote unquote playoff hopes that people were saying, that helps them. But they definitely, a good game against the Rams right here to be able to win that game would definitely help them as well. So long as if the Bears continue to lose games.
But here's the thing, though. I'm not 100% convinced that the Green Bay Packers are in the driver's seat in that division either, though.
Right now they are today.
They 9-3-1. Mm-hmm. The Lions are 8-5, and the Bears are 9-4.
So let me ask you this: are the Bears better than the Green Bay Packers?
I will say this: when I saw them head to head, Caleb Williams made a lot of good plays. He threw some passes into some tight windows, made some miraculous passes. I think that very last pass in the end zone was they
bad
closed
decision.
The window.
Terrible decision.
But he had made that same pass like twice, and it worked out for him. He pushed his luck a little bit on that last one. Probably should have ran, did something else with the ball, not throw it into such a tight window again. But I will say they still look good all around in terms of being able to run the ball, pass the ball, Caleb making passes or making some plays happen when he needs to, the defense stepping up, making a play when it needs to. The defense didn't get as many stops against the Green Bay Packers, which made the Packers look like a slightly better team in a head-to-head matchup, because that defense was getting cooked. Mm-hmm. However, we all know, unfortunately, there are certain things that happens in football games, a little thing called injuries.
Yeah. Take out the injuries, take out
football and all these other things. I'm saying that to say you only have a few weeks left. Mm-hmm. I think the winner of this division really comes down to health. Because if they stay healthy and these teams are as currently as is, the reason why we thought the Lions was going to lose against the Cowboys is because we thought Amon-Ra St. Brown was out.
Yeah. I didn't think they were going to lose.
Well, I'm saying that was a reason why they could be, they were still the favorite in that game. But I'm saying that to say that injuries, health is going to be a key factor, because the margin of error and the degree of difference in between these teams is very small between those three teams.
Is Chicago better than Green Bay? Yes or no?
According to that head-to-head matchup, no.
Is Detroit better than Green Bay? You gotta think about it. If it's not a definite yes, then that means it's not
a definite. It's not a definite no.
That means it's a question. So with that being said, how can we say they're not? I'm not gonna say they locked in right now.
That's all I'm saying.
But they are currently in the driver's seat for a reason.
They are currently in that spot. But we're not gonna pretend like we didn't just have them in Contenders and Pretenders multiple times. Like we was questioning what's up with them, like what's going on. They're dropping games. They lost to the Browns. Mm-hmm. We're not about to act like this team has just been phenomenal all season.
And the Panthers,
So they've lost some games. Mm-hmm. And like I said, the degree of difference is very small in between these teams. And the reason why I brought up the health thing is when Josh Jacobs went down, they looked different. When they was missing a wide receiver here and there, they looked different. These things are important and going to be a key factor when you're going down to these last few games of the season. Right now, they look like the best out of the three for now.
Yeah.
But they're not that much better. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right, man. So speaking of the Green Bay Packers is one more team.
Yeah, another game that I think is must-see TV is Denver, Green Bay.
For sure.
Two good defenses.
Is Green Bay defense a good defense?
Yeah, the Green Bay defense is good. Don't do that.
We talking about top-tier defenses now.
They're a good defense. They're a good defense. They're not Houston, but they're a good defense. They're a good defense. They get pressure. They rush the passer. They get turnovers.
They got Michael Parsons.
All right, they're a good defense.
They got Michael Parsons.
A good defense. Okay,
but they still give up points.
Okay. But this game right here could be a potential Super Bowl matchup. The way that the league is going, the way that these games are being played, this can be a potential Super Bowl matchup, right? So, you know, one questionable game, questionable quarterback. You know, I'm not a full believer in Bo Nix. I mean, I believe that he's okay at the quarterback position. I feel like sometimes he tries to be better than what he really is sometimes and kind of puts the ball in harm's way or whatever. But that's his aggressive style, right?
Me personally, I feel like that's personnel too.
Yeah, but I just think part of it is that they got athletes that they can throw the ball to. They got skilled players.
I mean, Sutton is a solid receiver.
Yeah, Sutton, Mims, Evan Ingram. I mean, they got players.
Which, if you put them next to some of the number ones in the other teams, would they ever be the number one?
Yeah. No, probably not. But I think this is gonna be a good matchup for them. Because these are two playoff caliber teams, so it's a good team, a good game to watch how these defenses, how these quarterbacks react to these defenses. You got, you know, Jordan Love responding to the Denver's defense, which is one of the top defenses in the league, with all the sacks that they have across the line of scrimmage. And then you have the Packers defense, which generates pressure, and how Bo Nix is going to react to that and respond to that. So I think this is a good game to see. MustSeeTV. Broncos, Pack. I think I'm gonna go with
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Broncos. But no, it's definitely interesting. We're gonna see which way to go. I mean, I do think there will be a hard fought game because we're gonna kind of see what Jordan Love can do against a strong defense, and we're gonna see if they can still generate enough offense against a really good defense to win a game. And we're gonna see what Bo Nix can do against a solid defense as well. So, I think that is a very important and interesting matchup to watch, especially for playoff seeding and for the Green Bay Packers playoff hopes.
Yeah.
Tough road for them, by the way.
Oh yeah.
To try to win that division because that's not an easy opponent to win.
Right.
But moving on to probably the most important part of the show. Some people come here just for this.
Yeah. A lot of people come here just for this.
These folks need to know, what are your best bets? Put the chips on the table. Let them fall with it. Exactly.
So last week didn't do too hot. I was 1-2.
Yeah, you was 1-2.
1-2.
I was 2-1.
It happens, but it's okay. That puts me at 17, 21-1. Yuck.
Yeah, 17, 21-1 for you. I'm 18, 20-1 for me.
Yeah, we need a clean sweep, chat. So here we go.
Yeah, we do.
First bet of the week, I'm taking the Detroit Lions +6 versus the Los Angeles Rams. We spoke about this game in MustSeeTV. I think Detroit needs this game very much because they, trying to solidify themselves into the playoffs.
They backed into a corner.
Desperate. They need to win out. They need to win as much as they can. Now, for this being a competitive game, I think both of these teams are very competitive. They're really good teams. So 6 points, I think, is a lot. Even though the Rams have been going crazy, but they did get
the Rams.
They did lose.
They
did lose to the Panthers. They did lose to the Panthers. So give me Detroit +6. Next game. I'm taking the Panthers -2.5 versus New Orleans. New Orleans is a bad team. Yeah, they just won, but they're still a bad team.
I'm so scared of that game, though.
I'm not. Give me the Panthers. They just coming off their bye week. They got a good running game with Rico Dowdle, also Chuba Hubbard. Bryce Young has found a connection with Ted McMillan. Their defense gets the ball. They turn the ball over.
The Panthers are on the road, though, and the Saints are at home. And I don't know, it's just some voodoo in that
Carolina
building.
Panthers -2.5. They are 2.5 points better than the Saints, for sure. Next one, my last one is gonna be. I'm taking Shedeur. Yeah, give me the Cleveland Browns. We didn't even get to
played
talk.
a good game.
We didn't get to talk much about Shedeur Sanders and how he should stay being the starter and why he should have been the starter since the beginning of the season.
He played a really good game.
But we're not gonna get into all that. Y'all know Shedeur should have been the starter from day one.
He played a really good game against the Titans.
Best game of his career. 345 yards or something like that. 4 touchdowns. Comeback drives to get them in position to win the game or tie the game or whatever the case may be.
And the Browns start browning at the end of the game.
Yeah, they did what they do. And I don't know how the Browns allowed Tennessee to run on them like they did, but that's why they lost the game. It wasn't Shedeur that caused them to lose the game. It was the combination of the Browns allowing the run game to get them by the Titans, as well as Kevin Stefanski.
No,
but anyway,
really quickly, what do you think the Browns are about to do to allow them to cover 7.5 against the Bears, though?
I think defensively, the Browns play, pretty good defense. Myles Garrett is a problem. Obviously, we know that. Will they win? Maybe not, but 7.5 points I think is a lot, especially cold weather, good defense. They just got to stop the run because we know Chicago is trying to come out and run the football.
Oh, yeah, they're going to use both of them backs.
Yeah, so, if they trying to run the ball, low-scoring game, plus 7.5. Cleveland runs the ball pretty decent as well, so give me the Cleveland Browns. So I got Detroit plus 6, Carolina minus 2.5, and Cleveland plus 7.5.
Okay. I'm not mad at those picks.
It's a lock, chat.
Listen, every time you say that. On my list of my picks, listen, bolt up. I told you so. I'm taking the Los Angeles Chargers plus 4.5 versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Why? Because I don't know why the Chiefs are the favorite. The Chiefs are the favorite yet again, even though they are almost completely eliminated from the playoffs. Even if they win, they have like a 15 or 16% chance of making the playoffs. Yeah, no. I'm calling 5 aces. It's bullshit. Give me the Chargers plus 4.5. The only thing saving them is I think that the Chiefs might generate some pressure in Herbert's hand. It impacts him more than I thought. However, the Chiefs defense has not been playing as good as the Eagles defense just played. So I don't think he'll have as much pressure on him as he had from that Eagles game. And if he can pull off a win in that, I think he can pull off at least a cover, more than likely a win against the Chiefs at home.
I don't know about that. The Kansas City Chiefs defense be dialing up that pressure. You see what they did to C.J. Stroud? 3 drives in a row. Blitz, blitz, blitz. Third down, 3 and out.
Herbert is better than C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, but Herbert gets hit
Breaking
too.
news.
Yeah.
Herbert will take off on you. He'll get hit. He get back up. He'll launch it.
He will.
He don't give a damn.
I'm just saying.
Herbert is a warrior.
Philadelphia did to the Chargers what the Kansas City Chiefs did to the Houston Texans.
The Chiefs are at home in this game.
Yeah.
So I get it. Arrowhead, all these good things. It's beautiful. I get it. However, I at least, in minimum, like the Chargers to cover 4.5 because the Chiefs just haven't been playing that damn good.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys in my next pick, minus 5.5 versus Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings did that beating up on the Commanders. People was hyped up on the Commanders because they had such a close game with the Broncos. I wasn't convinced. The Vikings came out. They scored a fuck ton of points on them. My boy Van Gink showed up. They had some good plays on defense and did some things. However, I don't necessarily think you get that much motion against that Dallas Cowboys offense. The defense with Flores, they do their thing, but I think the Dallas Cowboys offense, NFL youngboy, CeeDee Lamb, Ferguson, all those guys, I think they generate enough to be able to cover the spread against the Minnesota Vikings because, quite frankly, I think they can put more pressure on McCarthy and some of those other guys at quarterback to generate enough key turnovers or 3 and outs. So give me the Cowboys minus 5.5. The last one I'm going to take, now I will say, it's a little scary. But I'm going to take the Miami Dolphins plus 3.5 versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, Pittsburgh is at home, which means it's going to be cold. Miami has not been great in the cold historically. But their defense has been playing pretty well, and the Pittsburgh Steelers have not been covering the run pretty well. You brought that point up to me, and I agree with it a lot because Achane has been going crazy, got over 1,000 yards rushing already, and he still got like 3 more weeks. Listen, give me the Dolphins to at least cover that spread because I think even if you can't air it out and you out there freezing, you can still run. And I do think they'll run, and the Pittsburgh Steelers offense hasn't been sensational.
No, it hasn't. We can't trust Aaron Rodgers to have games like that every week, back-to-back weeks.
And Miami Dolphins defense has played pretty well consistently over the last maybe month and a half, I'll give them.
Yeah.
So, give me the Dolphins plus 3.5. Dallas Cowboys -5.5, and the Los Angeles Chargers +4.5. And those are my best bets, chat.
Let's do it.
But one more thing before we get up out of here and get you on the road to where you gotta go, brother.
Let's go.
These folks still gotta know, who is your dog of the week?
Yeah, last week the dog was barking.
Dog did bark last week.
76 on dog of the week, doing well, above 500.
I'm 4-9, not so well, but
This week I'm gonna talk about one of the teams that we talked about in MustSeeTV, and that's the Denver Broncos. Broncos at home. I love me a good home dog, especially a good home defensive dog. Broncos, they were on a bye week, so give me the Denver Broncos. Come back against the Pack a little bit high because they beat the Chicago Bears. It was a highly emotional game, very intense because that's a rivalry game. So give me the Broncos to bring the Pack down a level, just a little bit, just a little bit. Broncos money line, take it.
You said the Broncos gonna make them stay nervous. You know, you ain't ran off with the division. Simmer down.
Stay down.
All right, I feel it. That's not a bad pick. I'm gonna go with a team that's been pretty hot in the NFL. An unexpected team that has played tremendously well. A team that's leading the division, but somehow they are the dog in this game.
Houseway.
Give me the New England Patriots versus the Buffalo Bills. I'm not convinced about that Buffalo Bills defense. Drake May has been playing like an MVP candidate. And the Buffalo Bills have not been playing like a defense that can stop an MVP candidate. Let's just be clear about that.
Buffalo might have the worst defense in the playoffs right now.
They might. They might. They really.
Them and the Patriots.
Really,
I mean, and the Steelers.
Hey, listen, and I don't disagree.
Yeah.
Jags, Broncos, Chargers, Texans.
Yeah, they might have the worst defense in the AFC. It's between them and the Steelers.
Yeah, and I might take the Steelers defense over the Bills defense. Give me the Patriots. I think Drake May comes out and continues his MVP candidate conversation against that defense. Josh Allen is going to have to pull off some supreme heroics in order to pull off a win. He pulled it off against Joe Burrow and the Bengals, but I think the Patriots defense is better than the Bengals defense for sure. So I don't know if some of those heroics are going to fly, brother. Yeah. Give me the Patriots as my dog of the week.
That's a good one.
But that's all we got.
That's all we got, chat. I gave you all I got to give.
I gave you all but make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, man. Stay tapped in, stay tuned in, keep rocking with us, man.
Yes, sir.
Tap that link in the description. Onyx Odds is still giving away a bunch of money for no reason to people that don't deserve it. 4 free $25 picks. When you deposit $10, it's $10.
Can't beat it.
You're getting $100 worth of free picks.
I challenge you guys, if you're not on Onyx Bets, do this. Our best bets that you got, download Onyx Bets, plug those bets in, and cash in. Simple.
It costs you no money.
Yeah.
You'll still have your $10 to go pick whatever idiotic parlay you wanted to put in. But just try it out. Tap in with us. Link in the description. You know, you ain't losing nothing, so why not?
Yeah. Speaking of parlays.
Making money line plays.
That's right.
May all the bets continue to pay.
You damn right.
Because I need that money
all day
today. Anything else we gotta tell the people? Probably not.
No. See you next week.
Peace.
I'm out.
Check, I got the success and kept my respect. Don't sip on no